Dr. Lovin here. I'm here to talk to you about an interesting thing that I have happened to me every once in a while. Actually, a little bit more often than I like for it to happen. So I get questions from people saying, "Look, Dr. Lovin, I've messed up myself. I'm pretty much at this point giving up on my financial planning future. But what I like to do is start to do some things for my kids in college. And we'll just go ahead and chalk this generation up and move on to the next one because I feel like we have a better chance with this kid in college and making sure that they're ready for that financially than my own financial life. The problem with that, okay, my only problem with that, and I love the sentiment of planning for the future and for your kids' college education, but the problem with it is priorities, okay? So what's going to happen when you start to plan for college, especially using all of the great tools that we have that are designed specifically for college, is that you're going to make the money less liquid. And by liquid, I mean you're not going to have that money in a position for you to help meet your immediate needs. Now, the problem with that is immediate needs always arise, okay? So there's going to be times when the car gets a flat. There's going to be times when you got to fix the roof on the house. There's going to be times when you need to take a trip to see a family member who's not doing well. There's going to be times when you have to do things to feed that kid that's 3 years old, and you're not going to be able to put the things off for 15 years, which is what you're doing when you're saving for the college education of a 3-year-old, which is, 15 years away. All right. So here's the issue. We have to make sure that we put everything in its right place in terms of priority and plan accordingly. All right. You are not going to be able to realistically put money away and then live hungry for 15 years in order to pay for a kid's college education. It's just not how it's going to work. So you're going to end up breaking up those investments and paying penalties or putting yourself in a position where you are using these tools less effectively than you could have if you've done everything right in the first place, okay? So if you want to attack things that are long-term, like college education, you want to attack those from a relative position of strength. So we're going to start building up what I like to call a short-term cash reserve so that when things happen, like the trip to see the sick family member or, a tire blows out or you have to fix the roof, you have money right on hand in order to handle those things, and you can start to build up to things that are going to happen farther along in the future. All right. I do a lot of traveling, and they make an announcement every single time when you go on a plane. And usually they say if the plane starts to lose altitude or lose pressure, lose air pressure, some masks are going to drop from the ceiling. And when these masks drop from the ceiling, they say, hey, take the mask, pull it down, put it over your face, and breathe normally. And here's the addendum to the message. They say, if you are traveling with a child, secure your mask first and then attend to the child. Why do they do that? Because they know about priority. In your oxygen deprived state, should you choose to try to put the mask on for the child, you're likely to put it on incorrectly. And then in your oxygen deprived state, you won't put your own mask on correctly. So what's going to happen is you're going to have two people suffering from a lack of oxygen instead of one. Had you done everything right in the first place, put your mask on first, the likelihood is that you'll put the child's mask on in a more correct manner, or at least be able to address it going forward if you've done everything in its proper order. Okay? So, in terms of financial planning and planning for the future, we want to make sure that we start with a solid foundation and build up from there. Why do we do it? Well, because we care about the people in our lives. These people are the important components to what it is that we do, and people are more important than things. Always remember that. Have a great day. Dr. Lovin out.